Disrespect in a relationship is one of those things that slowly chips away at your confidence, your peace, and even your joy. It might start small, a sarcastic comment here and an eye roll there, a dismissive laugh when you share your thoughts. At first you might brush it off thinking, maybe they didn't mean it, or I'm being too sensitive. But over time, these little moments pile up, and suddenly you feel like you're walking on eggshells around the person who's supposed to love and support you. Everyone deserves respect, always. Respect isn't just about being polite, it's about valuing each other as equals. When your partner talks down to you, belittles your ideas, or mocks your feelings, it sends a clear message. They don't see you as a person worth valuing, and that's dangerous. It's not just hurtful, it's toxic. Respect is the foundation of any healthy relationship. Without it, love becomes weak, trust crumbles, and bitterness begins to take root. Think about it like this. Imagine a coach yelling at a player for trying instead of encouraging them. Every time the player attempts to grow, the coach shouts, criticizes, or makes them feel small. How long would that player stay motivated? How long before they quit trying altogether? That's exactly how disrespect works in a relationship. When someone constantly tears you down instead of building you up, you start doubting yourself, losing your voice, and questioning your worth. You should never tolerate that, not even once. Respect is non-negotiable. It's not about ego, it's about maintaining your dignity, your sense of self, and your peace of mind. If someone refuses to honor you, no matter how much you love them, it's a sign that the relationship is unhealthy. And here's the truth, walking away from disrespect doesn't make you unloving or weak. It makes you wise, strong, and ready to receive the love and respect you truly deserve. Dishonesty destroys trust. Dishonesty in a relationship is like termites in a house. You might not see them at first, but over time, they silently eat away at the foundation. Lies destroy trust faster than almost anything else, and it doesn't matter if the lie seems small or harmless. Every time your partner is dishonest, even about something trivial, it creates doubt. You start asking yourself, if they lied about this, what else are they hiding? That doubt grows, and soon it feels like you're building walls around your heart just to protect yourself. Small lies, big consequences. People often think small lies are harmless, like saying, I'm on my way, when they're not, or pretending to like something to avoid conflict. But these small lies are dangerous because they slowly train your mind to expect deception. Over time, you may find yourself questioning every word, every promise, every gesture. That constant uncertainty erodes intimacy. A relationship is supposed to be a safe place, but dishonesty makes it feel like walking through a minefield. You never know when the next betrayal will explode. The ripple effect of lying doesn't just affect the immediate situation, it ripples into every part of your connection. When trust is broken, communication suffers. You may stop sharing your thoughts and feelings because you're afraid they'll twist your words or lie back. Intimacy dies and resentment grows. Even forgiveness doesn't always repair the invisible cracks dishonesty leaves behind. Imagine a river polluted by small leaks over time. The water may still flow, but it's no longer clean or safe. Examples from everyday life, think about it like this. If you were training for a marathon, and your coach kept giving you false times or pretending you were improving when you weren't, how would that feel? You'd lose trust in the coach and possibly give up on your goal. In relationships, lies do the same thing. They make you doubt the person who's supposed to guide, support, and love you. Or consider tipping at a restaurant. If someone consistently lies about how much they tipped, it may seem minor, but it shows a lack of integrity. And repeated small actions like that add up. Non-negotiable standard. Here's the truth. Honesty isn't optional in a healthy relationship. It's non-negotiable. Without honesty, love cannot thrive. You cannot build a strong, lasting connection on a foundation of lies, excuses, or half-truths. If someone repeatedly lies, even about small things, it's a clear warning sign. You deserve someone who is truthful, transparent, and trustworthy. Reflection being lied to hurts, but tolerating lies hurts even more. Protect your heart. Don't convince yourself that dishonesty is forgivable just because of love or history. True love is built on truth. If someone cannot be honest with you, no amount of charm, apology, or promises can repair the damage they are doing to your trust. Guard your peace, demand integrity, and remember the right person will never make you question their words or doubt their heart. You deserve a relationship where honesty is the rule, not the exception. Lack of support hurts deeply. Support in a relationship is like oxygen for your dreams and your daily life. Without it, you feel drained, unmotivated, and alone, even when you're together. If your partner never cheers you on, never celebrates your wins, or brushes off your struggles, it sends a clear message: they are not on your team. A relationship is meant to be a partnership, a place where both people lift each other up. When support is missing, it's not just disappointing, it's a sign that the relationship may not be healthy. Cheering you on matters. Support isn't about grand gestures or constant praise. It's about being present and encouraging. It's the small things: listening when you need to vent, celebrating when you achieve a goal, reminding you of your worth when you doubt yourself. When your partner fails to do this consistently, it chips away at your confidence and sense of value. Imagine running a race alone while the person who promised to run with you sits on the sidelines, uninterested. That's exactly how it feels when support is absent. Daily struggles count too. Support isn't just about your biggest achievements, it's also about your daily life. If you've had a rough day at work or faced a personal challenge, your partner should be someone who listens, encourages, and helps you process it. Dismissing your struggles or ignoring your emotions sends a subtle but painful message: your life and your feelings don't matter. Over time, that lack of validation can make you feel invisible in the very relationship where you should feel seen. Examples you can relate to: think about it like this. If you were training for a marathon and your coach never checked in, never motivated you, and never acknowledged your progress, how would you feel? You'd probably quit or lose confidence in yourself. That's what a lack of support feels like in a relationship. Or consider a family gathering where everyone cheers for one sibling's achievement while another sibling is ignored. Eventually, that ignored sibling feels like they don't belong or matter. Support works the same way in romantic relationships. It builds trust, security, and confidence. Why support is non-negotiable: a partner who doesn't support you is not just unhelpful. They're actively holding you back. Healthy relationships thrive on mutual encouragement. Both people should feel like they can pursue their goals without fear of ridicule, indifference, or lack of interest from the other. Support shows love, respect, and investment in each other's lives. Without it, the relationship becomes one-sided and emotionally draining. Reflection: here's the truth: your dreams, goals, and even your daily struggles are important. You deserve a partner who shows up for you, not just when it's convenient, but consistently. Don't tolerate someone who dismisses your efforts or fails to cheer you on. Love isn't just about being together, it's about growing together. If your partner refuses to support you, it's not a small problem, it's a sign that your heart and your future deserve better. Stand firm, value yourself, and surround yourself with people who are genuinely on your team. When you do, you'll find a relationship where support isn't optional, it's automatic. Controlling behavior destroys freedom. One of the most dangerous things in a relationship is controlling behavior. A controlling partner wants to dictate your actions, decisions, and sometimes even your thoughts. They may demand to know where you are, who you're with, or how you spend your money or time. At first, it may seem like care or concern, but controlling behavior is about power, not love. You should never have to ask permission to live your own life. Freedom is a core part of a healthy relationship, and control kills it. The subtle signs of controlling behavior isn't always obvious. It can start small: criticizing your choices, making decisions for you, for your own good, or insisting you spend time with them instead of pursuing your interests. Over time, these small actions create a pattern that restricts your independence and makes you feel trapped. You may begin to second guess yourself, feel guilty for taking time for yourself, or even hide parts of your life just to avoid conflict. That's the power of control. It undermines your confidence and autonomy. Control masquerades as love often. Controlling partners will frame their behavior as love or concern. "I just want what's best for you," they may say. Or, "I'm only asking because I care." But true love does not need to control. It supports, encourages, and trusts. Love allows freedom, respects boundaries, and celebrates individuality. Anything less is manipulation, not affection. Examples you can relate to: think of it like a gym partner who refuses to let you follow your own workout plan, insisting you do exactly what they want, even if it's not right for your goals. Eventually, you stop enjoying the process, lose motivation, and may even get hurt. In a relationship, controlling behavior works the same way. It stops you from growing, thriving, and being fully yourself. Or imagine a family member constantly telling you how to spend your money or time. No matter how small it seems, it chips away at your confidence and sense of independence. Why control is non-negotiable? A healthy relationship is built on mutual respect, trust, and freedom. You should be able to make choices, pursue your dreams, and live your life without needing constant approval. When someone tries to control you, it's a form of emotional abuse. It isolates you from your support system, limits your growth, and keeps you from fully expressing who you are. Reflection: here's the truth. You are not meant to live under someone else's rules. Your life, your choices, and your dreams belong to you. Love does not require permission. It encourages independence and celebrates individuality. If you're with someone who tries to control you, it's not about love, it's about power. Stand firm, protect your freedom, and never let anyone dim your light with rules and restrictions. The right relationship will never feel like a cage. It will feel like a safe space where both of you can soar freely together. Freedom is a gift, and you deserve to keep it. Constant criticism wears you down. Constant criticism in a relationship is like a slow leak in a tire. You may not notice it immediately, but over time, it drains your energy, confidence, and joy. Everyone needs feedback at times, especially from someone who loves them. Constructive feedback can help us grow and improve. But constant criticism, nitpicking every action, belittling every idea, pointing out flaws at every turn, is not constructive. It's draining, demoralizing, and toxic. No one thrives in an environment where every effort is met with judgment or disapproval. The difference between feedback and criticism: there's a big difference between constructive feedback and constant criticism. Constructive feedback is specific, kind, and meant to help you improve. Constant criticism, on the other hand, focuses on tearing you down, making you feel small, and controlling your behavior. A healthy partner will point out issues when necessary, but will balance it with encouragement, love, and respect. When criticism becomes constant, it erodes your self-esteem and makes you question your worth. How it affects your daily life: being around someone who constantly criticizes can make you feel anxious and insecure. You start to second guess yourself, hesitate to make decisions, and even suppress your opinions to avoid conflict. Everyday moments, what to wear, how to speak, or even what to eat, can feel like a test. This constant pressure is exhausting and prevents a relationship from being a source of support and comfort. Over time, it can even affect your mental and emotional health, making you feel trapped in a cycle of negativity. Examples you can relate to: think of it like working with a manager who never praises your hard work but always points out mistakes. After a few months, you stop feeling motivated and may even dread going to work. In a relationship, it's similar. Constant criticism kills enthusiasm, joy, and the desire to invest in the partnership. Or consider a gym scenario. If a trainer constantly shouts at you for doing exercises wrong, instead of guiding you with encouragement, eventually you'd lose confidence and motivation. That's exactly how constant criticism feels in love. It crushes your spirit. Why constant criticism is non-negotiable: love should lift you up, not tear you down. A partner who constantly criticizes is creating an unsafe, draining environment. This isn't about being overly sensitive. It's about recognizing your value and refusing to let anyone diminish it. No one should accept a relationship where negativity outweighs encouragement. Reflection: here's the truth your heart deserves to feel safe, supported, and appreciated. Constant criticism erodes that safety, leaving you anxious and insecure. Stand firm in your value and your right to be treated with kindness. Relationships should inspire confidence, not fear. If someone can't balance honesty with love, it's a red flag. Protect your peace, nurture your self-worth, and remember, you deserve a relationship where love and encouragement outweigh judgment and criticism. When you find that, you'll thrive, not just survive. Emotional manipulation is a red flag. Emotional manipulation is one of the most dangerous patterns in a relationship because it attacks your mind, emotions, and sense of reality. It comes in many forms: guilt tripping, gaslighting, or making you feel like you're too sensitive or crazy. At first, it can be subtle, and you may even question yourself. But over time, this behavior chips away at your confidence, peace, and ability to trust your own feelings. It's a red flag you cannot ignore. Recognizing guilt tripping is when someone makes you feel responsible for their emotions or problems. If you loved me, you would do this, or I'm upset because of you, are classic examples. Manipulators use guilt to control your actions, forcing you to comply even when it's not in your best interest. You may start to feel like you're always failing, even when you're doing your best. That constant weight is exhausting and unfair. Love should never feel like a burden or a test of obedience. Understanding gaslighting is another form of emotional manipulation that makes you question your reality. If someone tells you, "That never happened," or "You're imagining things," repeatedly, you may begin to doubt your memory, perception, and even your sanity. This is not love, it's control. A healthy partner respects your perspective, listens to your concerns, and acknowledges your feelings. Gaslighting does the opposite. It erodes your trust in yourself and your ability to make decisions. Examples you can relate to: think about it like this. Imagine a friend constantly saying, "I told you that wouldn't work," or "You're just overreacting," whenever you share your ideas. After a while, you stop trusting your instincts and second-guess every decision. In a relationship, emotional manipulation works the same way. It confuses you, drains your energy, and leaves you questioning your own worth. Or consider someone in the workplace constantly undermining your efforts and then blaming you for mistakes. Over time, you'd feel trapped and powerless. That's how emotional manipulation impacts your heart and mind in love. Why emotional manipulation is non-negotiable: a relationship should build you up, not break you down. Emotional manipulation is a form of psychological abuse. It creates dependence, confusion, and fear, making it harder for you to leave even when you know the relationship is unhealthy. You should never tolerate someone who twists your emotions, guilt trips you, or makes you feel unstable. True love respects your feelings, values your voice, and allows you to be yourself without fear. Reflection: here's the truth: your mind and heart are sacred, and you should protect them fiercely. Emotional manipulation is not love, it's control disguised as care. If you find yourself constantly apologizing for things you didn't do, questioning your reality, or feeling drained by guilt, it's time to step back and evaluate the relationship. You deserve a partner who uplifts you, trusts you, and treats you with honesty and respect. Don't settle for manipulation. Your peace, clarity, and happiness are worth protecting. True love never makes you feel crazy. It makes you feel whole. Neglecting boundaries harms you. Boundaries are the invisible lines that protect your peace, identity, and emotional well-being in a relationship. When someone consistently crosses your boundaries, it's a sign they don't respect you or your needs. Your personal space, time, and values matter. And anyone who ignores them is sending a clear message: your feelings and limits are not important. Ignoring boundaries may start small, but over time, it erodes your confidence, self-respect, and happiness. Why boundaries are essential: boundaries are not about being controlling or selfish. They are about defining your needs and protecting your emotional health. They show where you end and where your partner begins. Without boundaries, a relationship can become suffocating, unbalanced, and draining. When someone refuses to honor your boundaries, it creates tension and resentment. They may demand your time constantly, dismiss your values, or pressure you to compromise on things that are important to you. A healthy relationship requires mutual respect for each other's limits. Examples of boundary neglect: think of it like going to the gym. If your trainer ignores your physical limits and pushes you beyond what's safe, it's harmful. You might trust them, but ignoring your boundaries will eventually cause injury. In a relationship, it's similar. When a partner dismisses your emotional or personal limits, they are causing harm, even if they claim to care. Or consider a family gathering where someone keeps pressuring you to conform to their expectations, ignoring your comfort or choices. Over time, that pressure can make you feel invisible and unvalued. Respecting time and space boundaries also protect your time and energy. You should never feel guilty for needing personal space, pursuing your interests, or spending time with friends and family. A partner who respects you will understand that your life extends beyond the relationship. They will support your hobbies, work, and friendships rather than demand all of your attention. When someone consistently neglects this, it signals control, selfishness, and lack of care for your well-being. Why this is non-negotiable: respecting boundaries is a fundamental part of love. Ignoring them shows a lack of empathy and understanding. If your partner consistently crosses your lines, despite knowing your limits, it's not a minor flaw. It's a serious red flag. You deserve someone who listens, honors your needs, and supports your individuality. Reflection: here's the truth. Boundaries are not optional in a healthy relationship. They are essential. Protecting your personal space, values, and time is not selfish. It's necessary for your peace and growth. If someone refuses to respect these boundaries, it's a clear sign that the relationship is unbalanced and potentially harmful. Stand firm in your limits, communicate your needs clearly, and never settle for someone who disregards your worth. True love respects boundaries, and when you find it, you'll feel safe, valued, and free to be your authentic self. Your heart deserves that kind of care. Lack of accountability destroys trust. Accountability is one of the pillars of a healthy relationship. When your partner refuses to admit mistakes or constantly shifts the blame onto you, it's a clear sign of immaturity and a warning that the relationship may be unsafe for your emotional well-being. A person who cannot own their actions creates tension, mistrust, and resentment. Over time, this lack of accountability can erode the very foundation of love, leaving you questioning the integrity and sincerity of your connection. Why accountability matters: accountability is about owning your actions and their consequences. It shows responsibility, honesty, and emotional maturity. In a relationship, it's not about being perfect. It's about acknowledging when you've hurt someone, made a mistake, or fallen short. When your partner refuses to take responsibility, it sends a message that their feelings, actions, or mistakes are more important than your peace and dignity. A lack of accountability creates imbalance, leaving one person constantly defending, explaining, or excusing the other. Blame games are toxic. A partner who always blames you for problems, big or small, is not just avoiding responsibility, they are manipulating the situation to protect themselves. This blame game can feel like walking on thin ice, where every word or action is scrutinized and used against you. You begin to feel trapped, anxious, and even guilty for things that aren't your fault. Over time, this environment stifles your voice, confidence, and emotional security. Examples you can relate to: think of it like a team sport. If one player makes a mistake and refuses to own it, blaming the rest of the team instead, the group suffers. Morale drops, trust is broken, and the team struggles to function effectively. In a relationship, this works the same way. One partner's refusal to be accountable affects the emotional balance, creating frustration and resentment for the other. Or consider a workplace scenario. If a colleague never admits mistakes and constantly blames you, your stress and frustration grow, and collaboration becomes impossible. Accountability is essential in every healthy partnership. Why this is non-negotiable. A relationship cannot thrive without mutual responsibility. When mistakes happen, and they will, it's crucial that both partners acknowledge them, apologize when necessary, and take steps to make things right. Refusing accountability indicates immaturity, selfishness, and a lack of respect for you and the relationship. Tolerating this behavior only allows the cycle to continue, creating long-term emotional damage. Reflection: here's the truth. You deserve a partner who owns their actions, apologizes sincerely, and works to correct mistakes. Love is not about winning arguments or avoiding blame. It's about growing together, supporting each other, and building trust. If your partner constantly refuses to be accountable, it's not a minor flaw. It's a sign to reevaluate the relationship. Stand firm in your worth. Demand honesty and never accept a pattern where you are always made responsible for things beyond your control. True love is built on integrity, humility, and mutual respect. You deserve nothing less. Unreliability destroys stability. Reliability is one of the most fundamental aspects of a healthy relationship. When a partner cannot be counted on to show up, keep promises, or follow through on commitments, it slowly chips away at your peace, trust, and confidence. Unreliability creates uncertainty, anxiety, and frustration. Over time, you may begin to feel like you are carrying the weight of the relationship alone, constantly guessing whether they will be there when you need them. A lack of reliability is not just inconvenient. It's emotionally exhausting and damaging to the bond you share. Why reliability matters: reliability shows respect, care, and integrity. When someone consistently does what they say they will, it builds trust and security. You know that you can depend on them, which creates a safe and stable environment for love to flourish. Without reliability, however, a relationship becomes unpredictable. Plans fall through, expectations are unmet, and disappointment becomes a regular pattern. This uncertainty affects not only the relationship, but also your mental and emotional well-being. Small promises, big impact. Reliability isn't just about big commitments. It's about everyday actions as well. Being on time, remembering important dates, responding to messages, or following through on small promises all contribute to a sense of stability and trust. When these small actions are consistently ignored or broken, it creates an ongoing feeling of disappointment and instability. Even minor unreliability adds up over time, eroding trust and making you question whether the relationship is truly dependable. Examples you can relate to: think of it like a gym partner who constantly cancels at the last minute. You plan your workout, rearrange your schedule, and get excited about training together, only for them not to show up. Eventually, you stop relying on them and may even lose motivation. In a relationship, unreliability works the same way. When your partner fails to show up emotionally or physically, it leaves you feeling unsupported and undervalued. Or imagine a colleague who consistently misses deadlines. Even if they are skilled, their unreliability affects everyone on the team. Emotional partnerships are no different. Reliability is key to trust and harmony. Why this is non-negotiable. A healthy relationship requires consistency and dependability. If someone cannot be trusted to keep their word, it undermines the foundation of the connection. Tolerating unreliability leads to repeated disappointment, frustration, and emotional exhaustion. You deserve a partner who shows up, follows through, and honors their commitments, not just when convenient, but consistently. Reflection: here's the truth. Your peace and stability are priceless. You deserve a partner you can count on, someone whose words match their actions, who shows up when they say they will, and who honors the trust you place in them. Unreliability is not a small flaw. It's a warning sign that the relationship may be more draining than uplifting. Protect your heart, set high standards, and demand dependability. True love thrives on trust, consistency, and mutual respect. If your partner cannot provide that, it's time to reconsider whether this relationship is helping you grow or quietly wearing you down. Disrespect towards others reveals character. One of the clearest ways to understand a person's character is by observing how they treat others, especially those who cannot do anything for them. Disrespect towards waiters, family members, or strangers is a huge red flag in a relationship. If your partner belittles people, ignores basic kindness, or shows impatience and rudeness toward others, it speaks volumes about their values, empathy, and integrity. How someone treats people who are beneath them is often how they will treat you when they feel frustrated, entitled, or stressed. Small actions speak volumes. Disrespect often shows up in small, seemingly insignificant moments: snapping at a cashier, ignoring the feelings of a sibling, or mocking someone's mistakes. These actions may seem minor on the surface, but they are a reflection of deeper attitudes. Over time, these small displays of disregard accumulate, painting a picture of someone who lacks empathy, humility, and respect for the dignity of others. In a relationship, these behaviors can extend toward you, often in subtle or indirect ways, leaving you feeling undervalued or emotionally unsafe. Why observing others matters. Watching how someone treats people outside the relationship gives you insight into their true nature. You might think, they're kind to me, so they must be a good person. But kindness in isolation doesn't tell the whole story. True character is revealed in consistency, how they act when there's nothing to gain. A partner who shows compassion, patience, and respect to everyone demonstrates emotional maturity and integrity. Conversely, someone who is rude, dismissive, or demeaning reveals a pattern of behavior that could eventually harm you emotionally. Examples you can relate to: think of it like this. Imagine going to a restaurant with a partner who snaps at the waiter for a small mistake. They might smile at you, but their frustration and lack of patience are clearly visible. That's a red flag. If they cannot show basic respect to someone in a service role, it's likely they will react similarly to you when challenges arise. Or consider family dynamics. Someone who constantly criticizes or disrespects their relatives is showing you how they handle relationships in general. These patterns are often repeated in romantic relationships, too. Why this is non-negotiable. Disrespect towards others is not a minor flaw or a quirk. It reflects deep-seated attitudes that can impact your relationship. You deserve a partner who demonstrates kindness, respect, and patience consistently, not selectively. Ignoring this red flag may lead to emotional harm, tension, and a lack of harmony in your connection. Respect is contagious. A partner who treats others poorly will likely struggle to treat you with the love and care you deserve. Reflection: here's the truth. The way someone treats others is a mirror of their character. If your partner cannot show respect to those around them, it's a warning sign that your relationship may be in danger. Stand firm in your standards and pay attention to these patterns. You deserve a partner whose kindness and respect extend beyond just you, someone whose heart and actions align, creating a safe and nurturing space for love to thrive. True love comes with consistency, empathy, and honor toward everyone, not just those they favor. Don't settle for anything less. Jealousy and possessiveness are dangerous. Jealousy and possessiveness are often disguised as love, but in reality they are forms of control. A partner who constantly questions your actions, accuses you of flirting, or demands to know where you are and who you're with is not protecting the relationship. They are suffocating it. Love is not ownership, and no healthy relationship thrives under the weight of constant suspicion. Over time, jealousy and possessiveness erode trust, freedom, and emotional safety, leaving you feeling trapped rather than cherished. Why jealousy is harmful. Jealousy becomes harmful when it's persistent and irrational. Occasional feelings of insecurity are normal, but when a partner constantly monitors your behavior, interrogates your interactions, or criticizes your friendships, it crosses the line into control. This behavior sends a clear message. They value their need for dominance over your comfort, happiness, and independence. The result is a relationship where fear replaces love and compliance replaces authentic connection. Possessiveness vis love. Possessiveness masquerades as love, but the two are very different. Love encourages freedom, trust, and growth. Possessiveness restricts movement, stifles individuality, and breeds resentment. A possessive partner may insist on dictating who you spend time with, what you wear, or how you spend your free time, often framing it as concern or care. But real love trusts, supports, and celebrates your independence. It does not demand control over your choices. Examples you can relate to: think about it like a gym partner who refuses to let you train with anyone else, even if it's just for variety or convenience. They say it's because they care, but their behavior is actually limiting your progress and freedom. Or imagine a friend who constantly questions who you talk to or spends excessive time checking your messages. At first, it may feel like attention or love, but soon it becomes draining and oppressive. In a romantic relationship, this type of jealousy and possessiveness creates a similar suffocating environment, making you feel guilty for living your own life. Why this is non-negotiable: a relationship cannot survive where trust is absent and freedom is restricted. Constant jealousy and possessiveness are signs of insecurity and immaturity, not romance. Tolerating this behavior teaches your partner that control and suspicion are acceptable, which only worsens over time. You deserve someone who trusts you, encourages your independence, and celebrates your individuality without fear or resentment. Reflection: here's the truth. Love should feel freeing, not suffocating. If your partner constantly questions your loyalty, monitors your interactions, or tries to control your actions, it's not love, it's possession. Your heart, your life, and your joy are precious. Stand firm in your worth, value your independence, and refuse to accept behavior that restricts your freedom. True love trusts, supports, and uplifts. When you find it, jealousy and possessiveness will have no place, because healthy love never needs to control, only to cherish. No effort to grow holds you back. Growth is a vital part of any healthy relationship. If your partner shows no effort to improve emotionally, spiritually, or personally, it's a major red flag. Relationships thrive when both people are willing to learn, evolve, and support each other's progress. When one person is stagnant and refuses to grow, they not only limit themselves, they also drag you down with them. Over time, staying in a relationship with someone unwilling to improve can leave you frustrated, unfulfilled, and stuck in patterns that prevent your own growth. Why growth matters: a partner who invests in growth demonstrates self-awareness, accountability, and a desire to build a better future together. Growth isn't about being perfect, it's about being willing to learn from mistakes, expand your mindset, and work on weaknesses. Without it, the relationship becomes a plateau, comfortable perhaps, but uninspiring, unbalanced, and eventually draining. You deserve someone who challenges themselves, supports your ambitions, and pushes both of you forward, not someone who holds back and resists change. Example you can relate to: think of it like a gym partner who never shows up, skips workouts, or refuses to follow the program. You can't get stronger carrying their weight, no matter how motivated you are. In a relationship, it's the same. If one partner refuses to grow, they create extra emotional load, leaving you to carry the burden of progress alone. You may find yourself compromising your goals, aspirations, or emotional energy just to keep the relationship afloat. Reflection: here's the truth. Growth is non-negotiable in love. If your partner refuses to improve, learn, or evolve, it's a sign that the relationship will stagnate. You deserve someone who invests in themselves and in the partnership, someone who lifts both of you higher. Don't settle for stagnation. Choose growth, choose progress, and choose a relationship that inspires both your heart and your soul,